back to another Foundation Friday. I have a really cool foundation to share with you today. We're gonna be doing the regular. I'm gonna be wearing it. I'm gonna be talking you through me putting it on. This is gonna be a first impressions. I have not put this on my face yet. I've tried out the color to kind of like see what's all about and all that fun stuff, but we're gonna be doing the basics as I normally do in my Foundation Fridays. We're gonna be wearing it for a couple of hours and coming back and letting you know how this foundation wear tested. And I'm gonna swatch all of the colors of this new line. And excuse the dog walking on the ground. It's never gonna be figured out until I move again. Let's get into this video and review this foundation. So we're going to be reviewing YENSA Beauty, their Color and Face, the Superfood Cosmetic BB Cream. They came out with a BB cream in 8 lovely shades right here. So I'm going to be putting one of these on, testing it for you. Oh, sorry, it is a BC foundation, they call it. It's a BB and CC cream all in one. I'm going to swatch all of these shades for you first, so let me do that. But if you want to just jump to the review, then jump ahead a little bit. So this first shade is Fair Cool. Then we have Light Neutral. Then we have Medium Warm. Then we have Medium Golden, Tan Neutral, Tan Warm, Deep Golden, and the last shade is Deep Warm. So these are all of the shades part of the YENSA BC foundation thus far. As you can tell, there's actually very minimal light shades whatsoever. I think that really the only 2 light shades are the first 2. And then you have a wide range of medium shades, and then you have 2 dark shades. I'm assuming that if this foundation is successful, they'll probably expand it a lot more. At least I hope they will. Just because I feel like this line is very small, a little too small in comparison to what's out there already. But these are the swatches thus far, and it is a brand new line and this brand new foundation. It just came out, so we will see what the future holds. But let's get into the review and wear test. So after really trying and looking at the foundations, I just want to say first off and foremost, whether you have 8 shades, 5 shades, 10 shades, 20 shades, 50 shades, or 100 shades, I always think that there's room for expansion. Because this line is only 8 shades thus far, I definitely recommend that and hope that they are going to expand it a little bit. But my shade that I'm going to try on for you guys today is Light Neutral. This is the second lightest in the collection. So there's the shade I'm gonna be putting on right in the middle. Here's the shade darker and the shade lighter. There's definitely some shades that can go in between, because I feel like right now I'm actually in between these 2 shades. So if anything, I will be mixing the medium warm with the light neutral. But either way, usually foundation lines, when they first come out anyway, they start small and then they grow bigger and bigger as more like reviews and more suggestions are said and done by the consumers. So with all that being said, so it looks like we actually might be okay with this color. So it looks like we should be okay with this color. When I first apply it, it is really light. And then as I blend it in, it kind of blends in with my skin a little bit better. Definitely, if there was an option to go maybe like a step up, I would, 100%. And I'm actually using, weirdly enough, a dry beauty blender. So this is supposed to be a full coverage. I am getting more of a medium coverage here. I want to see if it's buildable. You see the little bit of like redness that I have here? Let me see if I can kind of build. Okay, so you can, it's definitely buildable, and I would say this is full coverage for like BB CC cream lovers. Definitely just a little, like I said, a little paler than I would want to go, but we're gonna work with it. So I feel like the foundation is pulling just a little bit gray on me right now. I don't know if that's because it's too pale or it's just the wrong undertone. I want to see if I added just a little bit of medium warm into this. I'm gonna add it to my contour area just because I'm not gonna add it to the whole thing. Okay, so that warmed it up a little bit, but I don't know if you guys can tell, but I definitely look gray. So let me just kind of contour with the darker BB cream and see if this guy turns gray too. Okay, so that warmed me up a little bit, even though it's still looking a little gray. I'm definitely liking how kind of like dewy my skin is looking. I did apply like a pore filling primer, and I feel like it's accentuating my pores a little bit more. It's also not setting on my face, which could be a bad or a good thing. So I'm not exactly sure what to say at this second right now, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup. Hopefully we can kind of solve the grayish issue. Let me zoom you guys out so you can kind of tell more about like what I'm talking about, like how kind of gray it does look on my face. But that could just be because it might not be the right color specifically from the line for me. But as you saw, the medium probably would have been too dark. But maybe if I mix them together, I might find a much better shade mixing them together. Or maybe it'll work for me better when I'm tan, because this does have SPF in it, has sunscreen in it, which is amazing. I always say my dermatologist would be proud. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup. I'm gonna come back, show you guys what it looks like, and we will go from there. All right, you guys, I am back. Hi. Okay, let's take a closer look at this foundation, honey. Okay, hello, how's you doing? Okay, so looking at it up close, I don't know how I'm feeling about it, you guys. I feel like my skin is looking really textured and gray, to be quite honest with you. I did manage with a little bronzer and blush and a pinky highlighter to kind of balance out that grayness that I was seeing. I really want to wear test this foundation for as long as possible and see kind of where it's at the end of the day, and see if it's still gray. Did it get oily? Is it not as textured because it sat on the skin a little bit better? I'm just, the way that this was sitting on my face without powder was confusing me, and now that it has powder on it, I feel like it maybe shouldn't be used with a powder, but I don't know for sure because it's all about how it sits on the face throughout the day. So let me go do what I gotta do, and I will be back in a couple of hours to let you guys know my thoughts. All right, hi you guys, I'm back. It is super early in the morning. It has been a while that I've had this makeup on, a couple of hours, maybe not as long as I would have liked to wear it, but I am literally falling asleep while I edit. So I wanted to come on and show you guys what it looks like and give you my final thoughts. As this foundation sat on my face, it did start to look a lot better, kind of like, I don't know, like a weird, like it settled into my skin got used to it, and it's definitely not as gray as it was when I first initially put it on, but it's still gray. It's still coming off gray in other mirrors and in other lighting, so I definitely don't think that this is the right color for me, and unfortunately, because of that, I don't know if I'd be able to wear the foundation at all unless I tried to mix the lightest shade and the, I think it was medium warm or medium neutral. If I tried to mix those together, I might be able to get it to work, but the light neutral was just way too gray, way too neutral. It's, I think, for me. Other than that, other than the color, it did, like I said, it did start to sit really well. I am still seeing like just a bit of texture like in this area and also my forehead, but that could maybe be because of powders. I could have just tried to maybe use it without any powder on top, without kind of like setting it. As I always do these foundation reviews, you guys, it really, there's just so many factors that are involved in a foundation review, and it's hard to kind of sit here and like try and exhaust all of the other options, all the different primers and all the different powders and all the different things that are gonna go on top and all of this, that, the other thing. So I think that I will try this foundation again, like I said, though, maybe a different color, and try maybe not powdering it as much, or just kind of powdering it where I need it to be powdered, or maybe try to use it without powder at all. I feel like a lot of foundations have been coming out lately, and I'm like not wanting to powder the foundation, just so unlike me, but maybe I will give that a shot, and maybe a setting spray could kind of bring this back to life as well. But that's it, you guys, for my review on the new YENSA BC foundation. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please give this foundation a shot and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know if you liked it and what you didn't like about it, what you did like about it, all the above. But as always, make sure to subscribe to me right here in the center of the screen, and check out all of my other videos on the side. Love you guys, and I'll see you in next week's Foundation Friday. Bye!